Where'd we go to the meeting?
Florida,
Florida.
Hancock County,
Hancock.
Her Majesty.
Good morning. I'd like to call together the, call to order the Management and Financial Services Committee for this Tuesday, November 10th, 2015. Everyone will please bow your heads for invocation. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you this morning. We ask for your wisdom and strength about our days. We offer thanks for the many blessings of living in this county and this great. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance, flag, United States of America, Republic for which it stands, one nation, God, liberty for all. We have a quorum with both committee members present this morning. Can I have approval of the minutes of the previous meeting?
So move, sir.
Second. And today's agenda, some adjustments to this agenda this morning?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, for your consideration, we'd like to add one item, the preliminary engineering contract for Hereford Farm Road widening project. That would fall under I2,
E1.
I2F1, I believe.
We have it, I was originally
E1?
taking E1 under other committees.
Put it wherever you want to put it, Mr. Chairman. I'll take it up with the clerk later.
I don't like the sound
I was
of
going
that.
to say, let's have a little decorum. Let's pretend.
Wow.
All righty then.
Mr. Chairman,
I'm going to go with I2E1A then, just to spite you.
I2E1.
All right,
take it up first and get it out of the way.
there we go. All right. I2E1A under other committees. Was that the only adjustment?
No, we'd also like to pull item, the I2, A1.
One, yes. The amendment.
That should actually
All right,
be
sir.
3. No, I2 to A1.
Give us the item, Mr. Kennedy.
C to
I2C A1.
A1.
Whatever's under,
I2, whatever.
And the administrators are messing us up this morning.
whatever's under tab 8, forget it.
We would like
Go.
to pull the item pertaining to the amendment of the management agreement of the BMX facility.
All right. Johnny Carson show all of a sudden. I don't know.
We off to a great start, ain't we?
There you go.
You give a clerk carte blanche with letters and numbers, and this is what happens.
When the,
It's fine. We'll work it
we're
out.
moving it on. All right, so those two adjustments. We are adding in the one item for Hereford Farm. We're removing the BMX facility. Are there any other adjustments this morning?
I hope not.
All right. No alphabet soup. All right, so then with that, we'll approve the agenda and we will move straight through. No presentations, nothing on consent, straight into debate. I believe Mr. Johnson has this floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First item we have is a service agreement. I believe. Service agreement for project access. This was budgeted for the 2016 budget year. Staff recommend approval.
Move for consent.
Second. Next, sir.
Next item we have is a appointment to the Greater Augusta Arts Council. It says that we are invited to appoint a representative of the council. It's our understanding that the chairman here, Commissioner Allen, has volunteered to be our representative. Staff will recommend the appointment of Commissioner Trey Allen to the Greater Augusta Arts Council.
Move for consent with Mr. Morris's permission. I move for consent with your permission since we, okay,
Well, thank you.
you the man.
Got to put that Davidson degree to use somehow. Next, sir.
The next item we have is an appointment to the Library Board, the Greater Clarksville Regional Library Board. Ms. Rosemary During has resigned her position from both boards. Chairman Cross has requested Christy Owens Skalek be appointed to the board.
Skalak.
Skalak. Staff will recommend approval.
Oh, I move for consent if you think that's okay. I know, I've known her all her life. She's Oliver Owens' daughter.
I will
I think she'll do a great job.
happily second that.
Next item we have is another appointment to a committee, Community Events Committee. Ms. Kendall Jones resigned her position with the Community Events Committee. That's Commissioner Morris's appointment. He's requested that Will Butler be appointed to the Community Events Committee effective immediately with the term ending December 31st, 2016. Staff recommends approval.
Move for consent.
Second.
Next one's an appointment to the SRS Community Reuse Organization. I believe Dr. Chris Noah has served on this board for the past 4 years, and he's interested in another term. The new term will begin on January 1st, 2016. Staff recommended reappointment of Dr. Noah to the SRS Community Reuse Organization for a 4-year term.
Move for consent.
Second.
Next item we have concerns our December 2015 meetings. As you know, typically we will adjust the schedule to make it coincide with the holidays. This year, we're requesting that all the December 2015 Board of Commissioner Committee meetings be held on Tuesday, December 8th, beginning at 8:30 here at the Government Complex. We'll go through all 4 of those. That will put all the matters on the December 15th Board of Commissioners meeting, which we would request to still have, and then we would finish the business of, of committees and commission on the 15th of December.
Move for consent.
Second. Thank you, sir. Mr. Kennedy, I think, next.
Yeah, before I get started, I just wanted to note that today is a 240th birthday. The Army's slightly older, that as my son would tell me, that's when the Army realized they needed help. I won't give my response to that.
Semper Fi, sir.
I do want to wish him happy birthday. In an effort to redeem myself, the next item is I2C2C1. And this is for a broadband network utility services agreement. For the past 2 years, we've been using the services of Network Utility Force for broadband repairs and BGP programming assistance. We'd like to formalize this arrangement by entering into a service agreement, and that'll lock in our current rates for the next 2 years.
Move for consent.
Second. And Ms. Reese?
The item I have is an agreement between Columbia County and the University of Georgia Cooperative Extension Office. And we do have Trip Williams here if you have any specific questions about this, but they have some excess funds in their Columbia County account, and they wish to donate the funds to the county for the purchase of 1 or more vehicles, whatever we can get for the amount of money they have. So we drafted this agreement. Attorney Chris Driver did draft this to include everything that would be, for the county would be responsible for, as well as UGA. And basically, the vehicle or vehicles will belong to the county, will be part of our fleet, will be maintained by our fleet services. And we will provide the fuel within their budget, and they will be able to use our fuel cards as our employees do. Any of the county employees that use the van, of course, or vehicle will be covered by our insurance. Any UGA employees that use it will be covered by their insurance. And leaving anything out? It will be included in the normal fleet analysis program to be life cycled out, just as all of our other vehicles, based on the analysis we get from fleet each year. So once it hits those benchmarks, it will be eligible for replacement according to the Board of Commissioners' desires. And I guess we will dispose of it. It will be part of the motor pool as well. So when the Extension Office does not need it, it will be available to other county departments as well.
Is the county responsible for replacement?
It will be part of our program, and there's no guarantees. It will come out just like any other vehicle during the budget process for review, and should the Board of Commissioners desire to replace it, then it would be replaced at our expense.
But the initial cost will be paid for by the donation.
That's correct.
Yes.
It does say cost associated with the retiring and disposal of said vehicle. The fleet will be responsibility. Doesn't say anything about replacement. But like you say, that's to our discretion.
Yes. There is a section that does say it will be part of, I think it's on page 2 at the top, that it will be part of the inventory management and will be included in the annual fleet status report. Now, we could, I did talk with Chris about this yesterday, about putting specific language in there about including it in the budget process. That's, you know, we can always add that sentence in there if you wish.
I don't have any problem with the way it's written, Mr. Chairman. I move for consent.
I'll second that. Thank you. The added item, Mr. Schlochter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. What I have for you here is the preliminary engineering contract for the Hereford Farm Road widening. Staff has worked with the MPO to get this project put into the TIP program. Currently, we have $1.5 million. This is state and federal money, no county money involved right now. We did put this out for RFQs. We followed the Brooks Act, which means we only looked at qualifications, not cost. We selected three highest ranking firms, interviewed them. We picked then the highest ranking firm, and that was AECOM, formerly URS. They were bought out by AE. We're now negotiating the cost. We've negotiated task order 1. That is to get us the concept for the entire project from Bel Air Road all the way to Lewiston Road. So this will get our concept going, get our idea of how we want to do this, get some public meetings involved, get the public involved in what we want to see out there. Then we'll also determine a location to break our project if we need to. If we can't afford to build the whole thing at one time, this will give us an idea of where we can build to. We will come back to commission with task orders 2 and possibly a third task order if needed. But we are also in the process of getting another $1 million from the MPO to cover the entire cost of all the design. So right now we think it's about $2.5 million to do the full design. We have $1.5 million sitting there ready to go. But right now we're asking for $536,944.27 to be authorized to spend on the task order 1 for design. So we'll be coming back to you for additional task orders to get the full design going. But this is our first step to determine how much our second step is going to cost. Convoluted, I know. It's a lot of thinking. But I'll entertain questions. Maybe I can make it more easy to understand for you.
Move for consent with a question, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Federal money in design, if we don't have federal money in construction, are we still restricted to the federal requirements?
We're experiencing that on the Lewiston Road. We use federal dollars to do our concept for the TIA project. And what they've telling us is even though we did federal dollars on design, we followed their process for concept, but we don't have to follow their process for construction because all the federal task is completed. However, on this one, we're thinking we're going to have federal dollars for construction.
Yeah.
So I would say as long as we're spending federal dollars, we follow their process until we complete that process. And then if we go with county dollars, then we can skip the federal
Okay.
process.
Thank you, sir.
I have no questions. We're on the consent agenda.
Thank you.
I think that concludes new business. Closest we came to a legal matter with you, so any staff reports?
First item we have for you, Mr. Chairman, is just the personnel savings this year. You'll see that to date, we have a total savings of $287,544. We did have a budget goal of $350,000 for salary savings. We'll reach that easily this year, being that we're not quite halfway through the budget cycle.
Thank you.
Sure.
All righty. Reese, you want to give the reports?
The first item for your information is the year-to-date budget report. This is for the month ended October 31st. We should be operating around 33% of the budget at this time. Again, I have included some of the major funds for your review on the recommendation sheet, and everyone is operating well within the budget. You'll see stormwater is a little over, but that's just because of projects that they are working on. And any of the funds that are under, as far as revenue goes, such as general fund, that's because the tax dollars have not been collected yet, and that does impact general fund, street lights, and fire services.
questions, sir?
No, sir.
John?
The next item is the sales tax report. This is through the month of September. The check we received in September was slightly lower than what we have been collecting, just under the $1.6 million mark. Our annualized percentage increase is 2.93% currently.
And I'll beat the same dead drum, Mr. Chairman. I mean, here we are, we're showing, if you look at the change from the previous month, we have 2 or 3 months where we'll increase, sometimes we'll increase significantly. In March, it was all the way up to 11%, and then you have a decline, a slight decline, then that decline gets greater, and then we'll have another good month. You know, good thing we're getting close to Christmas, because we have no idea what we're getting from the state, and it's just continuing to be a problem statewide.
When we were at our recent ACCG meeting and the Commissioner of Revenue was speaking, that they had no answers to any of these questions. It's just constant fiasco. And we're at 2.9%, 3.9%, I believe you said?
0.93% for the year.
And the state is at 6 something, I believe?
That's correct.
And we're one of the fastest growing counties in the state, but we're half the growth in sales tax.
That's correct.
Makes perfect sense. Thank you. Next, ma'am.
Next item is the October procurement report, just for your information.
All right, any questions?
No, sir.
And the final item is the investment summary, again, just for your information.
Ma'am. Any commissioner comments, public comments? Being none, we do have some items on executive session today, and I believe they may warrant discussion.
We would like to take those up if it's okay.
We do have another update, too, that's not included here, so I guess we will. Good.
Yes, sir. So motion to move to exec,
We'll move.
second. Executive session.
We want the other two
Yeah.
commissioners, too,
You guys
please,
wanna
don't
come on? Save everybody some breath, having to do it twice.
So how could you get it right when you put all that on there? Heard Mark back there. I heard Mark back there. Laughing. A little bit. I'm working on it. I actually had a car this morning, so I could stop. I went and got a rental. A Chrysler 200. Is better than that truck, yes. They have no
I
idea.
didn't push the issue.
They're probably gonna have it 3 or 4 weeks.
Now they're trying to make it.
Well, they quit pushing buttons. They need to quit pushing buttons they don't need to be pushing. Yeah.
What?
I got my car at Milton Rubin Dodge. It just needs a new water pump. They have somehow burnt a modular unit, modular something in it. Nothing works now. And because it's a rare, like they don't make these cars anymore, and the internal workings of it are Mercedes, the only place they can find another one is in Germany.
I used to.
And they don't want to get that
They
one.
were adding water to the engine. I said they were adding water to the engine. Yeah.
Yeah, they took the radio out. Or maybe he was.
They might have.
I had been driving Ricky's truck. Seen Ricky's truck?
In that skirt.
It's tall. I mean, like I had to climb.
No, I know, that's my
into it.
point.
So yesterday we went up there and got a rental car. We're making them pay for it. That was nice.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't have to supply your own replacement.
I was like, I can't drive this truck. So what did they say when you told them?
That wasn't what you were looking at. I said,
That's
Steve.
what threw you. The whole time. Too many, like, I too.
Well, no, I mean, it's written right there.
Oh my gosh, it really is. I didn't even notice that. That's kind of funny. You did. So that's how you got it out so quickly the next time, because you read it right
I
there?
knew it was there.
I was impressed. I did, and I was like, man, you got that good. That's funny.
Care how long?
Too long.
You didn't.
Too long. I'm going crazy.